Hey guys, so today is a beautiful morning here. The heat finally has subsided and the garden can breathe again. And I wanted to give you an update on my veggie garden and how it's doing. I am amazed at how these raised beds have kind of changed things for me, and everything is growing so beautifully. So up front here, I have flowers that are growing. The lavender is doing well. The calendula was doing well until something came by and ate it. But that's the story of my life in my garden. So let's take a look in here. So the zucchinis have been doing fantastic. One of the things that I did, I had winter sowed, or at least used the winter sowing method to grow a lot of my veggie seeds. So for everything you see here, I used that winter sowing method, and I actually had planted my seeds on May 1st. And then I didn't get my plants out here into the raised beds until June 15th. Between there and the end of June is when I put everything out here. And I think that that method has worked beautifully for me in terms of any kind of bugs that would kind of destroy some of my plants. I also did put up netting on the zucchinis and on all the pepper plants, and then the netting did not come off till about mid-July. And then I finally set them free. And yeah, so maybe the vine borers went to other people's properties and I've escaped from them. I'm hoping that that is the case. So the zucchini plants have been producing beautifully. Matter of fact, I have some to pick. I have some that are coming, and these plants are humongous. And recently I just cut back a few of the stems, and knock on wood, luckily I have not seen a vine borer. Now what we do have is spotted lanternfly. So far, it has not bothered most of my veggies, but they are everywhere. My eggplants, though, are very late, but they're finally putting out some flowers. But I still have a good 60 days growing season, and I think I should be fine, and I should hopefully get some eggplants. And over here I have hot peppers. I have jalapeno peppers, and then I have sweet peppers. And the plants are really starting to put out even more flowers now. And I have some peppers. This one's harder to see. This is a yellow jalapeno. And yeah, so looking forward to that. My tomatoes are looking fabulous. I'm loving having cherry tomatoes, and yeah, just love, love, love cherry tomatoes. Now, this is the Barry's Crazy Cherry, and this looks crazy. It has so much fruit on it, and it's almost in a way behaving like determinate tomato, because I feel like it's setting fruit all at once and it's going to ripen all at once and then be done. It is kind of growing. The cherry tomato is taking over the world, and so maybe that's not allowing this to grow, but there are some flowers up here, and yeah, that's going crazy. So looking forward to getting these tomatoes, because my gosh, there are so many all bunched up in just one section. Oh my gosh, I see one turning yellow. Yay! Oh, I can't wait to try it. Then I've got these tomatoes here. And these are, I'll put the name up because I don't remember the name of them, and they're finally starting to ripen, and they have a little bit of black and some red. But I've got several of those on here and more coming. And then I've got the Hungarian heart. Those are producing lots of tomatoes. And finally, one is just about starting or at least finishing ripening, and this one's starting to ripen. So I'm very excited about these. They're huge, some of them. Yeah, so like these right here. Look how big these are. They're so big. Oh my goodness. The fence has held up so far very well. As Nicole from Nicole Smith's Gardening, and if you have not checked out her YouTube channel, you really should. She is so funny. You would not be disappointed. I think you would be very entertained by her, but she's also super sweet. So check her out. But as she would say, that Ninja Bunny has not made it in here again. And things seem to be okay in terms of the rabbits not getting in here. I still have to chicken wire all around just so that I make sure that there is no bunnies. I put some pieces, but I really want to cover the whole thing with one piece nice and taut around the fencing. But I have been toying around with whether or not I'm going to add one more panel. Each panel is 36 inches. So that would give me 3 feet this way. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am on a slope. But I think we can work with it and add the extra 3 feet. And then I can maybe add 2 more of these beds within those. These are only 2 feet wide. And I would like to have about a good 24 inches in between. So right here, it's a good amount. So with the 36 inches, I can put the 2 beds and then maybe still have a foot around between the bed and the fence. I think that should be good. And so I am toying around with it, but I'm also thinking that I might just do next year grow bags straight across this wall and see how that goes first. And then decide whether or not I really want to go out and add that extra 3 feet. My clematis here is starting to grow again beautifully. Always dangerous because they will, since I'm growing it on the fence, it gets eaten up. Anything that comes out of the fence does get eaten by deer or rabbit. And yeah. And I don't really want to spray in this garden. I don't want it to stink. I could buy some mint deer spray, which I haven't done, but I'll get around to that. And then I have this parsley here. And the intent of this parsley wasn't really for me to eat. I really would like some swallowtail butterflies, and I think they like parsley, but I think their preference is maybe the curly parsley, and maybe even something else like dill. And yeah, I didn't get around to dill, but I will want to do that next year. So that's my main goal with that. And that's because I had been watching a YouTube channel. I'll put up her name because she does, have plants for butterflies for their caterpillars. And I really want to do that too. But that's the next year project, I think. And if you have any questions or if there's anything else you want me to cover, I'll be happy to see if I can do a video on that. I do want to maybe go a little bit more into my winter sowing for the veggies and starting them a little later because I think that works. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.